Hi, my name is Kelly. I'm a biology student at Concordia. I really love what I am learning about. I think it's really interesting. I really like learning about how things work, and to me it's kind of fun to be able to be having all of this random trivia information in my brain for no reason. And I just think it's nice to I don't know, learn cool things that I can apply to my life. Yeah, I think also it was kind of a choice that I definitely made, but was also in a way made for me because I always did well in hard sciencey things, so math and stuff was always easy to me. So I think in a sense it was definitely a choice to go into biology, but I think that especially going into CEGEP, going into just sciences, was it kind of just fell in my lap. I don't like other sciences. I do. I think that I like broad concepts for physics and chemistry and stuff, but the math gets a little tricky, and I don't. I like seeing the whole. I'd rather see a whole picture than just the chemical reactions and the physics behind it. Also because biology kind of has a little bit of all of that anyway, in broad strokes. I've been thinking, I actually had a physiology class this semester that I really, really enjoyed. So I was thinking maybe going into something like that, like physiotherapy or being a chiro or something along those lines, because I get distracted very easily, and I know that I cannot just sit in the lab. That wouldn't work for me. I would get so bored, at least for me. Yeah, and I love to talk with people and be on my feet all day and using my hands and manual labor kind of things. I've always found those my preferred tasks. I think so, yes. I I I like to make sure that I've learned to be very organized in life, and I find one of the easiest ways is to be very communicative of everything. So if you have a group project, you're gonna be, you always need someone to just buckle down and say, okay, this is what we're doing, and who's good at this, and who needs to do this, and I don't mind taking that role.
You take that role and you organize it a little bit.
If no one else takes that role, I will take it on. I don't really mind. Well, your first year is a lot of the basics. So you're gonna have your genetics class, you're gonna have cell biology, which is a bit more chemistry-y. You're gonna have usually anatomy classes. You're gonna have microbiology, microbes and stuff, and a lot of anatomy things, I would say. So different types of anatomy for different types of animals, different types of organisms. Kind of. Just because CEGEP, you can't just choose one. So obviously the classes are the two biology classes I had to take were they covered a lot more everything. It's a lot more of a global approach, just kind of to ease people in. But I really liked my biology classes in CEGEP, which is why I think why I went into it. Also, I like my teachers. Depends on the class, but for the most part, I really like all my teachers. A lot of them are, for my physiology class this semester, I really loved my teacher, and I think that that's also kind of motivated me to do well in this class, is because she taught it in a really interesting way, and she's a very approachable person. But for the most part, I really like all of my teachers, although sometimes their teaching styles don't work for how I'm able to learn, but that's more of a personal thing. But they're always really receptive and available to talk to you and go over things with you if you have any like questions. My microbiology class this semester. I won't lie, I don't care about microbes. It can be really interesting. Sometimes I find some of the like little facts that I learn along the way I enjoy, but generally I don't, I'm not really interested in them because I can't it's not something I can really picture, you know? I find say my favorite class is my physiology class, and it's interesting because all of the little parts that we're learning are kind of making a whole. So I know what happens when I don't know, if you are eating. I know all of the little steps what happens when it goes through your body, or just something random that you learn the little parts, but microbes, I don't see it. I can't really relate to a microbe. I don't know. I think around 15, 20, I would say. I only take 4 classes a semester instead of 5 because this semester I had 2 jobs. And in order to have a well-rounded life and to be mentally happy and well, or as well as you can be, I've realized that it's not worth it to me to have an extra class so that I don't take maybe an extra semester when I'm gonna feel really stressed and anxious and not great, on top of probably doing poorer in my classes because I have too many things on my plate, and I just don't think that that's worth it to me. Depends on the week. Currently in finals, I'm probably averaging, I don't know, around 40, which is a lot. But when it's not finals, I would say probably 10 to 20. Just, or at least I try to just keep up with the material, because it creeps up on you really quickly when if you lose, you lose your step a little. Sometimes it can be a bit hard to get back, but it figures itself out. Yeah, I mean, if you are interested, if you think that, if these are all things that you find really interesting, if you like your biology classes, if, I don't know, if you have the brain for wanting to learn these things and also being able to memorize, I won't lie, that is an important factor, then I'd really recommend it. I really love what I'm learning, and I think it's really fun and really interesting. And any advice I would give, yeah, try to stay on top of the material. And I feel like you can say that for any class, any subject or any topic, but it is really it'll catch up on you really quickly. And also give yourself a bit of slack if you kind of are confused, or if you're slacking a little. It's okay. You'll figure it out and it'll resolve itself.